It is. It is. It's the best one. Awesome. All right, order. So I can see here with this.
It was tough. Yes, I don't want to go I'm calling. Hey, it's Gary.
Because I'm hearing that this could possibly be the final.
I felt like we all, the audience, we ended last season with so many questions and so many cliffhangers that I wanted to answer some of those questions in our first episode. And then I just wanted to give a really truthful ending to each of those characters' stories. And some people live and some people die. And you watch tune into our finale.
Okay. And is there any unexpected twist that we might be finding from some of the characters that are returning? Like obviously Joseph and...
Yeah, I would say that there are unexpected twists and turns on many of the characters, and I'd say if you think you know what's going to happen, sit tight, because we didn't. I think a lot of people last season thought that we were going to kill Vic.
Right.
And bam, we didn't. So there are a lot of twists like that that are coming our way that feel very...
Vic was my favorite character, by the way. The way you wrote him in, just his arc, obviously, him be changing, and then obviously his relationship with his sister, his relationship with his dad. I just really loved how you dove into all of the characters, but definitely his. I think he had the most dynamic character in the entire...
Thank you for saying that. And you know what? Shane Harper, who's the actor, is a great actor. I worked with him on Hightown as well.
Okay.
And he is down to do anything you give him, and he makes everything you give him better. And I'm going to tell him that you said that.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gary that info all over Central.
All right, I see obviously you coming back full force. How does it feel to be returning back to this season?
It feels amazing, bro. Like I said, to be on a show for 3 years is crazy. 3 seasons of any show is crazy, but particularly a show like Power, where all the main characters, nobody's safe. You could die at any time. So the fact that I'm still here,
right?
Woo, like, bro, it feels amazing. It's a breath of fresh air. It's a bittersweet feeling because it's coming to an end, but I feel like we give it justice, and we did our just due.
And we've seen a lot of twists and turns from your character, obviously your relationship with your brother. Is there something that we should be looking out specifically for this season? Is there a change that maybe we get to see moving more into the good side?
I don't know, man. You know, Jannard always got some tricks up his sleeve, and I feel like everything that I got going on this season, I can't really talk about this. It would give too much away. But I noticed that if people hated me last season, holler at me by episode 7, 8, or 9.
Right. Okay. All right. And like, obviously, Power is a great franchise, but more diving into you as an actor, like when you saw the actual script for Power, for Force, what made you say, like, this is for me?
Everything. One, because it was just Power in general. Like, I'm like, bro, I've been auditioning for Power since the original.
Right.
So there's that. And I just know I'm the perfect person for that universe. I've been telling myself that the whole time I knew it. I'm like, bro, I'm perfect for that universe. And then it was the Chicago version of it. And I'm from Chicago. I'm like, bro, nobody could play this like I can. I read that and I said, no, Jannard is me. If any, you can't get his role to no just Hollywood actor. It can't be that. It has to be a real person. And I feel I look at myself like a real person still. I'm not a Hollywood thespian actor. I just so happen to be an actor. Like, nah, that's not my story.
And so with you,
this is Kris Lofton. Shout out all other Central, man. Appreciate y'all.
How do you see, obviously, your character this season actually achieving the full force power? Obviously, we've seen him shaking and moving, and obviously there's different gangs and different cliques, but is there any achievable power, or is there some sort of...
I think there's a constant struggle to try to achieve that power.
Right.
There's so many characters, not just Diamond, but you have the cartel with, with Miguel over there, and then you have Tom, you have Red, you have the Sirs, and all. It's like, it's not just us. And retrieving this power, it means you're trying to get all these people to come in line. And you always have to take out different pieces in order for you to take a step ahead. And it's all about who you're working together with. Right. This season is really going to be a testimony to alliances. Whose side do you choose? which side you think is going to come out on top. And, you know, I think it's going to be a great journey for the fans to see because they're so attached and invested to every character on this show that you're going to see them have to choose sides too.
Right. And do you feel like, obviously now more talking about you as an actor, coming back and seeing the script, do you feel like you just had to give us another side of yourself, like the role, obviously, the more of an arc? Or do you feel that like this was the season where it kind of ties all the loose ends together?
Well, I think, you know, once we found out it was the final season, the writers' room were there and they went crazy.
Is it really the final?
I was saying,
Is it really the final?
Chicago is no, you know, it's probably going to come to an end in Chicago.
Okay.
But with that being said, they went back to their room and they wrote some phenomenal, you know, saying scripts because they knew it was the last shot, it's the last ride. So they were not phenomenal scripts and they really put and challenge us, really challenge us as actors to make sure that we can get these words and bring them to life and really kind of, you know, bring this show to another level. You know, I think we've been able to evolve each season, and that makes me excited because as a fan of the show and a fan of the other powers, I love to see the show evolve and become so much more exciting. And that's what's happening. All right. Big shout out to all our reception. It's Isaac Keys, aka Diamond, Powerful Force. Stay tuned.
Ready? Yes.
Yes. That's a good
Did you check in with the front desk by chance? Yeah. Did you get a wristband or anything like that? Okay, copy. Down these stairs to the theater. You can see the big.
Yeah, that's here.
What? Yes. You are.
Girl, we tried to jump at the
Into one of our most powerful and dynamic series on television. That's why you're all here. Stars as Power Book 4, Force. In the busy streets of Chicago, Power Book 4, Force follows fan favorite Tommy Egan as he carves out his own empire, confronting loyalty, legacy, and power on his own terms. Across 3 unforgettable seasons, the series has captivated audiences with its high-stakes drama, complex storytelling, and electric performances that continue to define the Power universe.
That's gonna blow mine.
Now, continue this energy, y'all. Go give it up for Joseph Sikora and Tommy.
And real quick before we get started, can we just put our attention right here to the front row and get a little ovation for the president of programming of the Stars Network.